Hello everyone, it's me again. I'm back in my other room again today. I must find an easier way of crafting. I should really clear my other craft room out, but it's quite dark in there, and at least the light is quite natural in here. But I've been bedbound anyway, so that's quite a moot point. Now, I've had a lot of questions about my tassels. Sounds rather inappropriate, but right, so we may wobble a bit as we move around the bed. I will do my best to minimise that. So as you know, these are the tassels I made with the bigger pieces of string, with my with these ones, these thicker pieces of string. And these are ones that I've made with the finer pieces of string. So you can see that there definitely is a clear, let's get two together so you can see the difference there. Goodness me, I've got as much dexterity as a swan with gloves on. Right, here we are. So one's very thin, and what most people would consider to have would be tassel-like, and that one's a lot thicker. It depends which one you like, and as you can see, there are different ways of beading them. With this one here that I used, the thicker one, I used that type of bead. You get all tops, and I'll just run through some of the tops with you, because you can get so many and it depends on what you want them for. And I've done a really long black one. Now I'm going to say it up front, a lot of these come from the UK, they come from Amazon. But if they come from Amazon UK, mine I got within literally a couple of days, because that's how I choose to shop. If you want to wait longer, and the quality is no different sometimes, you can shop at AliExpress. There's very little price difference, to be honest, unless we're starting to talk, instead of buying in packs of like 10 instead of packs of 100, then you're getting into completely different territory. However, I wanted to quickly show you, this is how I set things out, just to make things quick, very quickly, so you can see how I set things out. Now here are my crafter's charms. I'm going to start tying on the charms, I think, before I stitch them in, don't know. But the other day I got these butterflies, all sorts of different sizes, flutterbys, again Amazon UK. And then I went for some antique charm ones, and I went for some feathers, and I went for a mix of all different colours. You've got bronze, silver, just platinum, dirty coloured metal, all sorts, aged metal I should say, not dirty coloured, because I'm not very poetic, am I? Right, and here are some of the fancy toppers. Excuse my alter new hello. I don't know how that got on there, to be honest, but it obviously did. So here are some of the fancy toppers that you can put on top of your tassels, should you just want to make a really plain simple one. Sometimes we want plain and simple, sometimes. Right, now these are the ones that I get the most questions on. Right, so these are the ones that most people want, are the bigger ones, because they splay out and they have the most decorative patterns on. So they are the different patterns. You won't see that one properly because it's a very dark colour. Let's see if I can just zoom that in on that one. Yeah. And you can get different sizes of these, which I will show you again. So there's a plethora of different sizes and colours, all sorts. So there's no reason why you can't make your own, should you? Now, the reason I'm doing a lot of these at the moment is to take my mind off my pain, but also oh sorry, let's just finish this bit. I haven't shown you these before because these ones only arrived. I went for some rose gold plain ones, which would make absolutely great think brain make this. I need to make my synapses jump from one to another, the thought process jump from one to another. The key rings or handbag charms, and there's another one of those size that I do so love, and I've got these in 3 sizes, which I've shown you before, which that one's the biggest one. So I've been trying to take my mind off obviously my back pain, which at the moment is vicious, but unfortunately my baby, well, I call her my baby, she was the first dog I ever got. We got her as a puppy because I was never able to have children. I come to terms with it. This is not a problem. A lot of people feel very uncomfortable talking about it. It's something I got over years ago. I'm 46 years old. If I fell pregnant now, there would be a lot of questions. But what I'm trying to say, I needed something back then. She's 14, so back then I needed something to need me. So she was, we got a puppy, and we called her Margaret or Maggie Annie. And then a year later we realised that she might be lonely, so we got Sam for her. We rescued him from Ireland, and then we rescued Suki from just down the road. So we've got, they're all Jack Russells, but unfortunately Maggie has gone downhill very quickly, and we're going to have to make the decision in the next couple of days. So my health is going to take an amazing dive, so I shall be making tassels like crazy. What I might do is take that time to show you the cards, because I can type up, if I find that I'm struggling with some of my words, to get my words out, because I will grieve. That there's no two ways about it. It's people say it's a dog. Yes, to you it's a dog, but for me it's my child. And I know people say it's not a child, there's nothing like a child. I love Maggie like I could love no other child, and that doesn't belittle a mother's love at all. And I know so many people out there will not understand that, and that's fine. But don't judge. And certainly don't leave any notices that will be left saying that they find the thought that a dog being compared to a child is repugnant. I will remove, and I'm sorry if people find that offensive, but everyone has the right to believe what they believe in, and Maggie to me is no more less of a child than children to others. Anyway, so what I thought I would do is do a lot of my card, because I'm backed up on my cards. I've been promising poor Carla, and I think it's Paula. See, it's been that long I've forgotten her name. I can do those, and then do, if need be, just show them and type on words, or if I find it tough I can stop and start because I know how to. So right, so this is a little thingy again I got off Amazon. I love Amazon. I've had Prime now for 5 or 6 years and I just love it. Right, so in here, as you can see, I keep all the different types of, some of these are going to be duplicates because they just don't fit in the same same boxes. So as you can see there, there's just slightly plainer ones. Oh, my bows, you don't need to see my sparkly bows. I think these ones are beautiful. Where have I gone? Oh, right there. I think they're beautiful. They make nice ones. So all of my crafty friends that I have sadly backed up on doing their cards will be getting either some supplies to do some tassels or some tassels made. Right, so these are smaller tassels because let's face it, we don't always want mammoth tassels, do we? Mind you, if you do big ones, you can always cut them down. See, aren't they beautiful? And then you could use one of the toppers from the other box here that I showed you, and they would just go beautifully. What else have I got in there? There's small ones, and they're small ones, and these ones are dinky ones. Right, so I'm going to put them to one side because I'm not going to sit there and put it away and make you wait through me being completely anal. Right, some more options I have for you. Now, here, let me bring these forward. So as I said, these are ones that I have done. This is one that I have started. So this is the much finer material. Now people have asked me, okay, you've shown us how to make them. I haven't really, but I'm going to. I will do a beginning to end so you can see how it actually works. Okay, so where do we get it? You get it from anywhere. This particular one, I type in either bonded nylon, upholstery fabric, what else? Nylon, cotton. I'll put a link underneath, or just the name of it. You get them in big spools. The minute you see that, you think, oh, I know what she's talking about. You buy them by the huge amount. So, and also the white. Now the white is a bit thicker. You can see the difference. The white is a bit thicker, but that's fine because I can get the white one. I use black more than any because it doesn't show up the dirty colours, and I tend to get a bit mucky. Now there is another option, buy metallic thread. Now I done some of those using the Stampin' Up thread. It fractured a bit too much at the end, but that doesn't mean you can't use it, because you can. So I went through and I bought, I think it was a pack of either 16 or 20 colours. Now there's not a lot in here in this thread, nothing, hardly anything compared to the other two, but they're really cheap, again off Amazon, or some of this I have in my stash, but it's remembering where I got it from, and I'm defaulting to Amazon most of the time because that's where I believe I can, that's where I shop, and again that's where I find best value. Right, now here is another bag I have. I'm going to be sorting out some storage soon that might give some good ideas to some. Right, so I haven't finished this off. I'm going to be doing some beads. They're not prayer beads. I don't know, I've said this before, and I said it when we were in our craft chat. These beads are absolutely beautiful. They're Buddhist beads. They're not prayer beads, well they are, but it's a difficult thing to try and describe what a Buddhist is, because it's not religion, it's more of a way of living and a belief. So I'm going to make up one of my dearest friends, who I speak to, well, I have spoken to for years and years and years, and I want to be able to give her something in her moments of when she needs comfort, that she knows that I'm there for her, because she's had well, I don't quite know what to say about her past. Many wouldn't have made it. Right, so again, I keep these in there. You can see you can keep a large amount in there. I'm going to get bigger ones, and they'll be twice the size of these, because these weren't quite as big as I hoped, and they hold a bigger amount. And I'm going to keep my embossing folders in here, empty my embossing folders, then keep all my embossing, like my embossing ink pads, all the things to do embossing in there. But I got more charms, little fillers, beads, and these craft beads. Again, you can get these anywhere out of a craft shop, online. Use the one you use. A lot of them have them. Right, so now those of you that think I love the ideas of tassels but there's no way I can make them, there is a second option. I didn't quite realise what I was buying. I thought I was buying the material. Well, it turned out I was buying the actual tassel. I just have to finish it off and decorate it. So what I would do is you flip it over and you show its bottom. Again, sounds very inappropriate. And then you will feed through the stopper, like your hooky bit, your thread, so that you can then attach it to one of the handbag clips. And they come in a variety of colour. They look absolutely perfect, and I should have said that I made them, but it's just not in my nature to tell such porcupines. But they come in the most beautiful colours. They come in a whole set. Now they didn't come off. I don't think they come off Amazon. I will check. I think they did actually come off AliExpress, but I will check that, because I shop there so rarely now. But they also do the little dinky ones that remind me of the back in the day when we were children. Oh, it was so bad, but used to go to the sweet shop and buy packets of cigarettes, sweet cigarettes that you could eat. And I mean, I'm talking like I was probably 3 or 4, and we used to go down and we used to buy a packet of sweetie cigarettes. And talk about trying to glamorise it at a young age, but back then they knew the risks but decided, oh no, we're not going to tell anyone. but up and, you know, back then mums and that smoked in delivery wards, so what can I say? So you can buy the small ones too. You can buy any size, it turns out. Now I'm going to make, so I've got some albums to make up, so I am going to be making up some tassels. Now I am going to be making up some very personal tassels as well. Now I'm going to base these on people's lives, and everyone gives a piece of themselves away in a tutorial. People don't realise how much of themselves they give away, and how much people can remember what people say. So I will be making some up. Excuse me. So I will be showing just one last time how to do a tassel from beginning to end, because this is a perfect place to do it. Also, this is to Gaynor and to Ian, who has just bought a cut and scan. I buy the USB key so I can make like projects. So this is my new one. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this. So the reason that I wanted to show again that, because I don't think she really got to, when I was waffling on, I think she sort of tuned out and was, well, she didn't tune out, she wouldn't be so rude, but you know what I mean. If someone's like really enthusiastic about something and I've said, oh, you know, I could send you this, and she's yeah. She wasn't that bored, I promise. But look, a book like a cover. Now we can all do these, but I'm doing one of them for a friend. I can't do that, but I'm going to do that, because I just stick that USB into my scan and cut. I feed in my chipboard, grey board, whatever you want to call it, board. You have different widths. It's dirt cheap, this stuff. This whiteboard, or I mean, look. So this is what I got today. Look, perfume bottles, little bird houses. But I just wanted to show you that, again, this is what I was talking about in the Ian. Now I know that a lot of, I mean, look at that. I am so making that. I am making that. And I'm going to make that in blacks and reds and orientals and all different colours. But you can see that you can do so much. I mean, look at that. You can do an old cigar box. I actually rather fancied the idea of doing that one too. Just starting to lose the light. But at the beginning as well, they do an ephemera embellishment toolkit. Whew. And as you can see, you can print off all different size cogs, keys. You can resize them. You can do so much. So give that a thought. Again, my darling. I don't know whether I'll be in tomorrow, because things might, but I will keep in touch with you, my angel. And thank you all to my crafty people. You really are the best support group I could ask for. I've had well wishers leaving me some beautiful messages, and I love you all. And I know people say, oh, I love you all, and that sounds so naff, but it's true. It really is true, but yeah. But look at that, isn't that beautiful? And I've got, oh goodness me, probably about, I should show you my selection of these. Because this cost $26.99, I think, $26.99. But you can make project over project, you can resize it, you can use any of the bits for decorations for any cards, and that is an amazing amount of money. But that does kind of depend on if you've got a scan and cut. But if you haven't got a scan and cut, you could always buy your own copy and say to a friend who has got one, by the way, could you? See, there you go. There's always a way around these things. So I will say goodbye for now. I just wanted to clear up that there are several ways of doing tassels. I'm going to show you one way of doing a multi-layered tassel, and I have at the moment got some of this luscious it's the strangest thread. I can't get it far away to get the thread to show properly, but it almost looks like sequins, but it's not sequins at all. It's nothing like. But hey ho, this is only a quick one because even just sitting up on my bed is making me hurt. So Ian and Gaynor, give them a go. Gaynor, you know what we've talked about. I'm happy to do that. Received your card today, made me cry. Thank you very much for that. And yeah, we'll phone up and have a good old natter. And Sandra, all these, we've got this craft group where we all meet up of an evening and we all have our chat, and it's all based around Gaynor, her premieres, and of course I've been trying to get these cards. I'm just going to flick through here again because I'm waffling on. There's nothing worse than just sitting looking at a board thinking, God, oh, that's exciting. So, oh, I forgot to tell you as well, you get, for each one you get new fonts. Oh, I didn't go right to the back, did I? Silly me. So you can do big family words. So you could do a big one with love. Well, I do one with love, but dragonflies gone all. So what we all did. Oh, look at that! I know someone who I'm making that for. We all met up and in group, and we all gave out our addresses, and that's very nice as well. And we were going to send each other a card, and I'm sorry I haven't sent you cards yet. It all went a bit wrong. So while I'm in bed and upping around and moving around, because oh, look at that. Right, the dogs are going to start barking in a minute, so I'm going to try and see if I can talk loud enough to distract them. Let's hope that... Aren't they lovely? Please do excuse them. They're warning me, I know. So there's the bird cage. So I will be getting your cards done. I'm halfway there. I've embossed what I needed to emboss. Now I just need to colour and watercolour the rest. So it is in motion. I haven't forgotten about you, any of you. And I hope to see you tonight, but if I don't, I will see you soon, my lovely ones. And Mandy, I am so sorry I haven't got your card shown. I cannot tell you how guilty I feel about that. They've been waiting for ages. Oh, I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you, did I? Guess what? we got some of the results through. When I first started, that was 13 years ago, and we had a Woking hospice box there. Now that has never changed. So in 13 years, people had put in just about like £163 in 13 years. We had ours collected and counted. So how long have we been doing this together now? I can't remember. We're nearly at £500. So I can't thank you enough. What an accomplishment. So to everyone who sent in cards, gifts, anything, a round of applause to you. You deserve it. Well done. Every single one of those patients who have benefited from care of the hospice are very grateful. So thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Big hugs. Bye bye.